honey say, I gave her a pain, a heart, the piccolo and the king. I listen at you, thinking of you and highbrow. I listen at you, thinking of you and highbrow. Fade a little low down, and her fade a little low down, and her head went round and round. Ooh, she thought I was okay, but he stepped off that train with a heart, the piccolo and the king.
Hey, welcome back, Weed Pack. Vincent Veritas here with our weekly call-in show. I've taken over the show for now and disposed of Direwolf's corpse. Alongside me is my producer and maker of humorous comments, Clyde.
Oh, geez. This guy again.
Oh,
Man.
not you again.
Not me again.
Clyde's going to remain at my side as long as he proves himself to be useful.
This side.
There you go. That's my right side. He's my right-hand man. Everybody please like and share and subscribe. It helps support the show. And I'd like to remind everybody that we're actually on D Live. I think, aren't we, Clyde? I think so. You know, who else is on D Live right now?
Ooh, I wonder who.
I wonder who that could be.
Somebody's making the platform popular. That sounds like a good thing.
Oh, yeah. But again, we'd like to announce our sponsors for the day. I think that's an updated list. I'm not sure, actually. Daychrist, Laszlo, Ori May, Nathan, Cameron, Tetris Freak, Slowpoke, Mr. Foxlot, Gabby, the G-Wiz variety, Hellraiser, Zaylon, Miss Valkyrie. I haven't seen her in a while, but hey, I don't think this is updated, Clyde. Gray Apathy, Dave Youngson, Chris Williamson, Riker the Malamute, Lone Furry, Night Reaver, and K-Box 3053. But you know what, guys? We appreciate everybody who
Yes, we
who
do.
shows up. Just who shows up. You know, if we didn't mention your name, it's because Direwolf was busy and didn't update the list. Speaking of donations and supporters, Slowpoke, everyone's favorite Slowpoke, donates $2. Streamlabs, don't censor me in your right hand. Ew. What? Come on now.
Yeah, take it easy,
Starting off the degeneracy a little early tonight, guys. But that's okay. Meanwhile, we're going to have the raffle as always. We're going to be raffling off a digital copy of your choice from the Dreamkeeper series. I think it's 1 through 4, 1 through 5, I think something like that. Either way, they are good books, you know. And if you don't win one dinner during one of the shows, every entry of $2 or more will get you a chance to win a complete hardcover set of Battle Angel Alita, the manga series.
Really badass.
Yes. I mean, it's 6 hardcover volumes, dude.
Yeah.
But in any case, once we hit the $500 mark, I'm pretty sure that we're pretty close now. But I kind of want to wait until Direwolf gets here. He'll be excited to raffle that off. Yes. So I mean, you know, if we get beyond that,
it's kind of a big deal.
It is kind of a big deal, and if we get beyond that, if we get to the bigger mark, then you know, who knows? Maybe we'll try to raffle 2 of them. But you know. It's a big prize, big dollar, big money item, though. Yeah. So, you know, but again, if you don't win a Dreamkeepers now on the show, you'll have a shot at the big prize. So, what do you think? You think we should get into the first story, buddy?
Let's do this, man.
Let's do this. Do games need to have an easy mode? You know, speaking from my experience, I'd say no. But From Software recently released a game that's called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. The company's well known for producing difficult skill-based games. That's their customer base. That's their market niche. The games can be completed in 2 hours by skilled players, but it can take up to 25 hours or longer to complete for less skilled players. I'd say like 25 to 30 days for Clyde.
I'd be at it for weeks, man. I'm not great, but I like a good story and a challenge, man. Why not? Get right into it. But you know, you can level up and stuff. You can get more skills. It makes the game easier.
Are you saying to get good, Scrub?
Yeah. It's called try if you don't succeed. Don't consult Twitter.
Right? Back in the day, if a game was too hard, you know what they did? They'd sell cheat manuals.
Yeah,
you know? I mean, you'd have to read it. What the hell? Are we forgetting to make you talk? Oh, come on. Don't be a bitch. All right. So gaming journalists, they published multiple articles claiming that their game was too difficult, and they claimed that it made the game less accessible. like it's a handicap ramp.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like that.
Right?
It's supposed to last longer. I mean, like, imagine if Mario was super easy, like the original Marios. Not the POW one, but like Super Mario Brothers. Imagine that was super easy. You'd be done it in a weekend or a night, and you'd put it down and you'd forget about it, and it wouldn't be this like memory that you have for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and accessibility by their definition means that games should be playable by anyone of any skill level, including those who don't have thumbs. They should just have it. They should just be able to smash your face into the controller and win.
Well,
That's what they want.
let's not forget that if you suck, you can still play the game. You just suck at it.
Mm-hmm. It just makes sense for some games that want to appeal to as many customers as possible. Yeah, some games do want to do that, but the draw to this company's games is that they're freaking hard. And
Yeah.
if they stop being hard, then you're not gonna you're gonna lose your target audience. People are gonna go, that game's pretty hard on hard mode, but on easy, I can just slap it against my face and win. Nobody wants that.
Oh, exactly. Like, still one of my favorite games is Cuphead, and I still can't beat it.
Right?
But it's one of my favorite games. Like, the art style is so fantastic. The story is a great, scheme. I've gone and watched videos of the making of and all this stuff just because it was so impressive. I mean, it's been long lasting. It's been such a great memory, and like I can always go back to it. And one day I might win it. You know what I mean? And it's awesome. That's an awesome thing. And if I ever beat a boss, I got bragging rights. I can tell people that I beat that boss.
Yeah, I mean, hell, sometimes I'm playing a game that's moderate difficulty. Like I'd play The Last of Us, right? And I'm sitting there, and the guy I'm hanging out with, my cousin, he's sitting there going, "Hey, you should use stealth right here." I'm like, hell no, I want to go in and have a slugfest. It's easy, it's harder that way, but it's a lot more fun and a lot more satisfying.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the stupid part about game journalists demanding an easy mode is that Sekiro has a function built into the game. It allows less skilled players to beat the game. You just have to spend extra time collecting upgrades, completing side quests, making your character stronger, basically. In essence, getting good, scrub.
But that's not getting good. That's just making the game easier by leveling up and getting stronger weapons and more armor and all that stuff, right?
Yeah. In response, actually, and I admire this actually. From pressure of the games journalist Corey Barlog, one of the developers said on Twitter, "Accessibility has never and will never be a compromise to my vision." F yeah.
Exactly. But that's the thing. They did essentially put an easy mode in the game by making it that if you do all the quests, it makes the game easier.
Yeah, but you see, game journalists don't have that sort of concentration or attention span. They want to take the game home, beat it in an afternoon, and say, "Yeah, I worked so hard."
Play Candy Crush or something. Whatever. Get over it. Straight up. If some things you just don't deserve to have. Straight up, unless you've earned it. And this is one of those things. We've got a donation from Slowpoke Garcia for $2. He says, Deck 13 makes some pretty good Souls games. Check out the Surge and Lords of the Fallen. Also, original Real Mario 2 is considered the most hardest Mario game that isn't fan made. Yeah. Well, you mean the Doki Doki Panic? Is that the one you're talking about? The one that was a rebranded Japanese game? Because yeah, the real Mario 2, the real one, the one that came out in Japan. That never hit the North American market because it was just like basically it was Mario 1, but way harder.
I was gonna say Doki Doki Panic. I didn't know you liked hentai, Clyde.
Get out of town.
But anyway, there's a disconnect between game journalists. Oh, Timberwolf.
Yeah, Timberwolf for $2 donated and says, "Remember Doom's easy or very easy? Don't remember, but it was named Don't Beat Me, Daddy." That was Wolfenstein. Yeah, and the Wolfenstein character, I can't remember his name. Drawing a blank on it. What's that?
Nazi killer.
Yeah, Nazi killer. Well, the character on easy mode had a soother in his mouth and a little bonnet on the whole game if you played it on easy mode. There's a lot of ways where developers like punish you for playing easy mode if they do put it in the game, but some developers just don't want to put easy mode in the game. It's not something they're interested in.
And good on them.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever. If games are too hard and you don't enjoy it, don't play it. Easy.
And that's shipping dang post brings up my next point. The disconnect between game journalists and game developers and gamers is that game journalists aren't gamers.
Well, yeah. You
They're
think
not.
that would be a prerequisite to like being a critic in any sort of entertainment genre? You'd have to be like someone who enjoys the stuff.
Like I'm going to point out here, James Davenport of PC Gamer, who was the reviewer of Sekiro, played the entire game with cheat codes. How can you honestly review a game that you didn't even play properly?
Yeah, because you're really not playing the game.
I hate cheat codes. I always have hated cheat codes unless it was something like, what's a good one? Oh, Contra.
I always regret I played Resident Evil 2 with cheat codes, the original on
Yeah.
PlayStation. I'll still regret it today. You know. Well, now I can go back and I can play the new installment of Resident Evil 2. So that there's a good thing there. But I played Nemesis first. I played Nemesis first, and then when I got to Resident Evil 2, I was like, oh, I gotta play this game because there's all kinds of references. And then I did it on cheat mode, and it was lame. It was lame, and everybody raves that was like the best one. Timberwolf donates $2.
Amazing.
Woo. Timberwolf. Oh, that was the that one. Slowpoke Garcia just before that donated $2. Says in Wolfenstein, it was "Can I play, Daddy?" I think Doom's was "Don't hurt me." Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Sure. Yeah. I remember playing Doom, but I played way more Wolfenstein when I was growing up. And Timberwolf donated $2. Says, I'm sorry, it was I'm too young to die. On Doom.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
There you have it. There you
go. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know really because, I mean, honestly, most of the games I played were either fighters or, like Clyde and I were talking about last night, spreadsheets online. Eve Online.
Spreadsheets online. That is how Eve is, man. I look at that game and I look at it and go, wow, what an amazing game that I will never play.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, the learning curve there's no easy mode in Eve Online.
No. It's
There's
PvP. It's a MMO. I just don't have a thing for MMOs, but like kudos to everyone that likes them. Like obviously there's a market for that kind of thing. They're making amazing games.
I think I spent like a month in the PvE area, and then I moved out into the PvP area after that. Then didn't look back. Nothing beats killing other people online. in
Minecraft.
in Minecraft, in a space Minecraft. But in any case, the controversy about adding an easy mode isn't about accessibility. It's about pressuring From Software to bend the knee to progressive politics. Eurogamer writer Vicky Blake took to Twitter to claim that the high difficulty in video games is the equivalent to restaurants not having wheelchair accessibility.
That's no, that doesn't make sense at all. That's like saying it had wheelchair accessibility, but you know, the guy didn't have thumbs, so he couldn't play the Xbox or something. I don't know. That doesn't equate. It's not a good analogy.
She said, and I quote, "Holy shit, there's a lot of bad takes about difficulty settings and accessibility. Imagine saying not everything is for everyone. Imagine suggesting you can't sit in a restaurant because of access issues and being told to fuck off and eat someplace else that's easier to get into. Because that is essentially what you're saying. You're saying it's not your fault people can't get in, but there's a place down the road you can go to, so fuck off, loser."
Okay, if you're handicapped, you can't get unhandicapped scrub. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
It's not how it works.
When it comes to Souls games, my philosophy is sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excites me.
You had to turn it for the worst right at the end.
Slowpoke had to make it weird.
You had to make it weird.
Oh my god!
Thank you for the $10. Though.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
But, that doesn't equate. Like that's like saying, because we're saying get good, scrub. We're saying you can play the game and you can beat the game. You can do all this stuff. By saying that you're handicapped is saying that you'll never be good at the game. Well, you'll never be good at the game because you don't want to get good at the game, not because you can't be good at the game. There's no like wheelchair not accessible restaurant that, you know, handicapped people suddenly like prayed low and they're like all good and walk in because they really wanted it. Like, no, that's not a good analogy at all.
No, not at all. Because you know what? Every game needs a loser. I mean, I hate to put it like that, but
Well,
it's true.
I mean, if it's PVE and it's just like a NPC game, you know, one player game, like.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not into those too much.
I know you like your MMOs.
I don't like MMOs. I like killing people in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just love it. I love competing.
Oh, Vince, me and you, we did a good go at Conan Exiles.
We did.
I gotta say, it was just like work to me.
It was work, and you know what? I gotta say, you have to admit, we got our ass handed to us by those older players.
Yeah, just spanked.
Yeah. Yeah, we're sitting there hiding in our house making weapons. Until we're sitting there. Just because they wanted to give us an arrow. No. F you.
Yeah. No, we got wrecked. We got wrecked in that game. And it's just like, yeah, mine. It was like a really, really more sophisticated version of Minecraft, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, whatever. I you know what? I had fun.
I'm not going to slag on anyone who likes any kind of anything genre by ways, you know, like when it comes to video games. Is like there's some that I just can't get into, and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they sell because there's lots of people that are into it. And you know what? There's a lot of people into Candy Crush, so all these writers should just, you know, download the app on your phone.
Right? I think so.
Yeah, this game's not for you. And when it's so funny that the whole narrative changes instantly when it doesn't go their way, because, you know, with Battlefield 5 comes out with a game, and it's supposed to be historically accurate World War II, and then they have a pink-haired cyborg chick who's just good for no reason, and everyone's like, hey, wait a second, and they're like, even the CEO is like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Okay. Okay.
Message received.
Yeah, message received, and nobody bought it. Only the hardcore fans bought it and were very disappointed and didn't buy any of the DLC. It was a flop. You know what I mean? And so you catered to an audience that doesn't buy games. You got woke. You went broke. Now, you know, it doesn't mean the game's over. You know what I mean?
No,
in making video games for them, they can always come back and make something good.
Yep. Who do we have lined up for calls, by the way? Oh, it looks like we have like a bunch of people.
Yes.
Let's you know what? Let's who was first?
LG was first.
LG is coming in. What do you think of that?
That sounds good.
Hi, what's up there, buddy? Oh, he's server muted.
Yeah,
I took it off.
While we're waiting for him to come in, Slowpoke Garcia did a super chat for $2. He says they angered an entire nation with Genderfield 5. Yes, they did. They did. There was that many people pissed off at that.
Gamers rise up.
I mean, whatever. No, gamers just don't buy the product. That's it. Like, you make a shitty product, you're just not gonna buy it. And you know, that's what these writers were saying. Yeah, if you don't like it, just don't buy it. Great. Now,
okay,
you don't like a game that's too hard. Don't buy it. Straight up.
Yep. LGAG, are you there? Little Giant J, are you there, buddy?
Yeah. Do you have to give him a new role or something?
I unmuted him server-wise.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah. He said he's feeding his cat.
Okay. The stream will wait for you, buddy.
Yeah, of course we'll wait for you, there, big fella. You gotta push the talk too. So hey, all good.
All good. We'll just have a moment of silence for our guest. No, but yeah, no. Basically, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Cuphead. What an awesome game! Like and like to the point where I was at a store and I saw a Cuphead T-shirt. I was like, I'm buying that. I saw the Cuphead action figures. And I bought them. You know, if you like something, you put more money into it. That's just the way I am. I heard there's new DLC coming.
Oh, there, finally. I fixed it.
There you are, buddy.
I don't know what happened. I was still muted for some reason.
And now
Okay.
you're not.
Okay, what I have here, I've decided to do is a little game of guess the real headline. I have
Okay.
3 choices. You two have to pick the right one.
Sure.
Option 1. Florida man beats out heart disease as nation's #1 killer. Number 2. Florida man threatens to release army of turtles upon arrest. And number 3. Florida man caught smuggling pufferfish in his rectum after it puffs up during pat-down.
I think the third one's fake.
I think the first one's fake.
You are both correct. The first one is from The Onion, and the second one is one that I made up myself. And this,
But the releasing an army of turtles, that's correct. That's a real
yes,
story.
Florida man threatens to release army of turtles upon arrest is the correct one.
I've done that. I've done that many times. My turtley minions.
Get them.
Go get.
Wait,
fly.
they're getting you.
Hold on.
They're almost there.
All right. All right. So what do you got? You got another one?
No, actually, I was just going to detail about the real one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fill
Okay.
us
Do
in,
the,
fill
do
us
the
in.
real one.
But yes, Florida man is behind bars after threatening to destroy everyone with an army of turtles, according to a report by WKMG, which is a local station near Orlando. Florida man is in jail and faces multiple charges of breaching the peace, misusing 911, and resisting an officer without violence, according to jail records. The police received calls about a man disturbing the peace Sunday at a Starbucks coffee shop and also a Granny Smoothies shop, all in Florida.
Did he
taken to
have
the
his
police-
army of turtles with him?
No, he was just ranting and raving about how he's going to release them on the down.
I like turtles.
I like titles.
I like turtles. Well, apparently Florida man does too.
Mhm.
So much.
I think
so
that's awesome.
he's-
Was he dressed as a zombie?
Doesn't look like it.
That'd be kind of weird.
Well, no, that's the turtle kid. He was dressed as a zombie.
That's true. He was. But I really do like turtles. So
Okay.
I'm over.
on
this.
Discord, I'm always putting out I used to always put out pictures of tiny turtles.
There you go. We're learning
All right.
more about Vincent Veritas tonight.
Yeah.
He likes
true.
titles, tugboats.
Tugboat spreadsheets online. All right, was that it, buddy?
Yeah, that is it. That is the article I called up. Unfortunately, doesn't go into that much detail.
Yeah,
No, that's all right. You know,
it's made me
yeah.
more interested than anything else.
But I will tell you one thing: it's always good if you don't go into too much detail into Florida Man stories.
That's true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you don't
Yeah,
really
the
want to know.
headlines are usually-
But it's
the
just
headlines
better
are
to leave it
usually the best
amazing as it
Yeah.
is.
It probably end up he does gross stuff with turtles.
Yeah.
He's immune to some now. Anywho, all right, bud.
All right, buddy.
Wanna thank
Hey.
you for joining.
Always a pleasure.
Always. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, why don't we get into the next one?
We will get into the next one. Ilhan Omar is an anti-American American politician. I'm going to say it just right out. Ilhan Omar is a Manchurian candidate. We've reported on this piece of trash before, and in the last story we mentioned that she'd be speaking at a fundraiser for a group well known for funding Hamas, the Council of America and Islamic Relations. I predicted she would say some pretty interesting things during the fundraiser, and she didn't disappoint. Omar called upon other Muslim Americans to make people uncomfortable with their activism and presence in the society and criticized the Jewish state. But that isn't the worst part. Let's take a look, Clyde.
Yeah, let's.
CARE was
That look in
founded
her eye.
after 9/11
You look
because
at her.
they recognized that some people did something and that all of us were starting to lose access to our civil liberties.
What?
She described 9/11. Some people did something.
Yeah.
That's how she encapsulated.
That's fucked.
Some people did something. That's how she described a blatant attack by Islamic extremists on U.S. soil that ended up getting 2,750 people killed in New York, 184 killed at the Pentagon, and 40 in Pennsylvania. Thankfully, All 19 terrorists died as well.
Wow. Yeah, you can't really survive that.
No,
But
but
some people did something. Some people got together and conspired to take airplanes and put them into buildings with innocent civilians in them. That's not. That's not just. Some people did something.
yeah, it's like, some people bought milk at the store. Some
Yeah.
people, that's something.
Yeah,
These
some people in the 15th century had a crusade. There were just some people doing something.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I think actually Lorcan's in chat says people in quotes. Yeah, some people did something. They're not people.
Yeah,
People
no.
that no, I'm gonna say they lost their people card. But
I'm questioning whether this is a person. Look, just like dead, just like no, not joking. Just look at the.
Careful.
That is a zombie. That is a Zambi.
Yeah, but I needed to bring that up. I think our favorite ex-Navy SEAL congressman was pretty pissed about it too. They had a Twitter exchange.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I think I got it somewhere. It really wasn't that interesting overall, but it was just like he was saying the same things we are, basically. But I wanted to show this because it's disgusting to me that this person, quotes, is a representative in our American Congress.
Yeah, that is.
Just 18 years after some people did something, somehow somebody thought it was a good idea to put her in Congress. It's
Every time this one opens her mouth, every time. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
makes the world a little bit less of a nice place.
It does. Yeah, not much to say about that other than she's gross.
Yeah.
And she certainly shouldn't be in Congress. But I'd like to, before we bring another person in, I'm going to bring up another small story that'll actually lighten the mood a little bit, because I've got exciting news for everybody.
Yeah.
Glock has a new spokesman.
Sure does.
He does.
You wouldn't
Show him.
believe. I gotta find where I put it.
Oh, Clyde.
No, timing. There it is.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's right. Not content with being a venerated living weapon, Chuck Norris is now the new spokesman for Glock.
It's like sometimes you get older and
Yeah.
and you don't want to use your body as a weapon anymore.
Yeah, a company that's dedicated towards making all people equal, except for him. Of course, this is bound to piss off liberals en masse.
Well,
But
yeah,
what-
look, there's no blue check mark.
Right? How does Chuck Norris not have a verified check mark on Twitter?
He's the first internet meme ever.
Well, no, he's not the first, but he is one of the greatest.
Wow, like one of the first and one of the most reaching.
That's true.
For
That's
people
true.
who didn't even know what the internet was. They were still on dial-up days when the Norris jokes were circling around.
Yeah. I'm still. This is going to piss a lot of liberals off, but what else is new? I mean, it's Wednesday after all.
It is Wednesday.
So I mean, they're going to be mad no matter what. So yeah, that's great news. I'm happy for Chuck. I'm happy for Glock. But all you Glock fanboys out there, like as if they needed another reason to freaking talk shit about their gun all the time. They're always going off about how it's a Glock. Okay, great. Thanks, buddy.
Whatever. I'm not a brand specific person. Just whatever works.
Yeah,
Whatever's
yeah.
good, whatever's reliable.
Hashtag get Chuck his check mark. Damn right. Hashtag.
No shit. What is that? That is just stupid.
Maybe they tried to give him a check mark and he was too manly and it fell off.
It was just like incinerated when it got near the name Chuck Norris.
Yeah, because it was blue. All right. Okay, JP. I'm. What are you talking about? If you're pissed, what are you talking about, JP?
Who's paste?
Oh, I guess because I said leftists. Oh, all right. Everything's about you, JP. Anyway, let's bring. Who are we gonna bring in? Who is in next?
I think IT Timber was next.
All right. Well, let's bring him in. What do you say?
What do you say about that?
You are unmuted there, Timberwolf. You just have to push to talk.
He'll get the memo as soon as he realizes.
Yeah, he'll get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Triumvirate says Chuck Norris doesn't get a check mark from Twitter. Twitter gets a check mark from Chuck Norris.
And he disapproves.
No check mark for you.
No check mark for you. No thanks. Not on my Twitter handle.
All right, I guess Timberwolf is sleeping.
Timberwolves.
You snoozing on us, buddy? That's all right. So we'll throw Timberwolf out until he can wake up, and we'll bring in Knives or King of Shamans. What do you think?
Who was there first?
I don't know.
Maybe Knives was there first.
Maybe he was.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's unmute Knives.
Hey, boys.
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Am I coming in loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Alrighty. We'll just cut right to the chase, shall we?
Sure.
Because you guys are jibber jabbering about gaming for an awful long time. I almost fell asleep with my
I'm
duckies.
sorry you didn't appreciate the show we compile here for you.
No. Don't be like that, sweetheart.
What do you got?
Well, let me start from the very beginning. It all started on a boat on the way to the Philippines. I'm kidding. I'm not going to give you that one.
Yeah.
It's Anzac Month, boys.
Right on.
Anzac Month
Support your
is
troops,
pretty
everybody,
much...
in Australia and,
Yep.
and everywhere in the world, but support your troops. Unless you're in like ISIS territory, don't support your troops.
Yeah, kill them on sight.
But everyone in Australia or anywhere in the free world, support your troops, folks.
Now, I'd like to get into the sad little fact that last year I was marching when I still had my legs proper, you know. I could walk around with a cane.
Right.
There were several reports, I believe I told you about this, Clyde, of troopers and vets being hit with rotten fruit and vegetables during the march.
Yeah,
It's a literal parade. Yep.
Yeah, I did. You did. Tell me that.
Yeah, it was just disgusting to be around, and I'm surprised that everyone held their composure and didn't just leap over the barriers to attack the people who... Is Vince talking? I see his lips moving.
No, he's paying attention to what you're saying.
No, okay then. Anyway,
And doing the eyebrow
like I
thing.
said, I was very surprised to know that a lot of people, the veterans especially, didn't jump over the barricades. Putting us in a a linear line marching down Queen Street Mall here in Brisbane and beat the living S word out of the people throwing the fruit.
Yeah, gotta have
And,
composure, but yeah, I don't. I think some innocent bystander should slip on a banana peel and fall fist first into one of those people.
Well, I was thinking more of a guardrail, but okay.
Fair enough.
Anyway, personally, I'm quite worried because I'll be marching this year. I don't think I should march. I don't think it's even worth it. We get spat on and called murderers all the time. We only served our country.
That's a tough call, man. Like, what do you say to that? You know, if people are gonna treat you terribly, why would you show up? For one, but at the same time, like, it's a real shame because we should be celebrating our men and women in arms. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
and,
like you're just one man, and you know you're with your fellow veterans.
Move on, boys.
Yeah, but a lot of them are injured and stuff. And what do you expected to do if people are attacking you?
Yeah, exactly. And to drive my point home real quick, the front line of the march is supposed to be comprised of the female soldiers who enlisted, and there's about 50 of them. They go and take front lines over the veterans.
Well,
because they're pretty, apparently.
Yeah, pretty useless. But I mean, no, some of them I'm sure do a good
Good
job.
one.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them do a good job, and maybe all, I don't know. I heard about the standards to get in, but yeah, I think that's a bad call on whoever's putting this parade together to make morale go to shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And,
I don't want to even invite people to enlist anymore.
well, I don't know what to tell you, but I don't think I'd want to be a part of something like that.
It's not really about any feedback from you two or anyone else. I'm just letting people know that this is how we're getting treated.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, it is terrible, and at the same time, how you behave now is how history will view you later.
Yeah.
And it's like the Vietnam vets. It took them, like 30, 35 years for them to get any respect from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, by the way, the Vietnam vets are way at the back of the march, by the way.
Yeah. See, there you go. Go get a beer
And
with
that's
your
where my
boys, man.
father's going to be.
Go get a beer with your
Yeah.
boys. Let the girls march and be proud of themselves.
Yeah, and let
Yeah,
them.
that's the plan,
I'm
boy.
not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'll be nice tonight.
Say it, boy.
Nope, not gonna say it.
Nope.
Be nice.
No. Please say it.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
I
fine.
want to stay monetized.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. You be a woman on the front lines then. All right. Thanks for listening to me,
Oh, okay.
boys.
Oh, I'm a woman. Bye.
Yeah. Don't no digs like that, man. We're supporting you.
God damn. Not gonna say it. I'm being
Yeah,
nice.
I'm not gonna say it. I like my personal opinion on this is if people are gonna treat you badly, fucking walk, man. You know what I mean? Like, I got no time for people that are gonna be like that. You know, if it's Veterans Day and you're a vet and they expect you to walk in a march where they're gonna throw stuff at you, just go for a beer with your boys. Go celebrate it somewhere else. You know, it's still Vets Day everywhere else. It doesn't have to be at that parade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you.
No, you. I don't cave to pressure of the mob.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You guys can yell though. Speaking of women.
Speaking
of the whammons.
Of them.
Oh God, I'm getting bonesy is bugging me. All right, Ted Lieu gets owned by a black woman in front of Congress. Not, it was pretty good. It's not literally, of course. It is hyperbole, but damn, Candace Owens has been maturing into somebody that you can look at into a positive light. When she started out, she was young and she had some questionable opinions. She started out with a bad project with that bully hunting app, But since then, she's honed herself into a sharp cookie. At least I think so. Let's look at the video.
I definitely agree with what you just said, especially after watching this.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In congressional hearings, the minority party gets to select its own witnesses. And of all the people that Republicans could have selected, they picked Candace Owens. I don't know Miss Owens. I'm not going to characterize her.
You are going to
I'm gonna
characterize
let
her.
her own words do the talking. So I'm going to play for you the first 30 seconds of a statement she made about Adolf Hitler.
Mr. In lieu of characterizing somebody.
I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets, the definition gets poisoned by.
Watch the look on her face, man.
Globalism is what
mad.
I don't want. So when you think about, whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. He was a National Socialist. But if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German.
All right, so my first question is to Ms. Hirschenoff.
Oh, somebody
Ms.
else.
Owens said, quote, if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. So when people try to legitimize Adolf Hitler, does that feed into white nationalist ideology?
Pause it.
What an absolute douche nozzle, man.
He didn't even play the question.
No.
He didn't put any context to it at all. And yes, context is important. And she wasn't glorifying him. I remember the answer that I remember the question she was answering. And they just took it complete. And he only had the balls to play 30 seconds of it. And
Right.
you could see his little face. Look at the glee. Look at this. I'm gonna play 30 seconds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And look at right. And look who she asked the question to. It doesn't address her. Doesn't ask her to explain what she meant. He turns to frickin' the Oracle of fucking Harry Potter's Hogwarts and asks her, "What do you think she meant by that?"
Well, so, yeah, isn't she from like the what is it IDL or something like that?
Yeah, she's from the Anti-Defamation League. I think something like that.
ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. These people that have made careers out of finding anything anti-Semitic.
Yeah, but
whether it is or not, that's just their job is to find that.
But apparently, they haven't made enough money to buy some hair product or a comb. Look at that. All right, let's go on.
No, you look at it.
You look at it.
It does, Mr. Liu. I know that Ms. Owens
Amazing.
distanced herself from
This man is such a fike. He's such a FYKEING tool.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God, trying to get through that text-to-speech censorship. Good job. That was Timberwolf donating $10.
Thank you, Timberwolf, and well done.
Well done.
from those comments later, but we expressed great concern over the original comments.
Great, thank you.
Out of context,
So
of course,
there's
right?
been
Concern.
a lot of talk today.
Amazing.
I'd like to focus on actual policy responses that our government can do to try to mitigate the threat of white nationalism. I know that in my
Black lady. I'm sorry. Do I have to say it? Like, can the guy not see it? Black lady. White nationalism. Black lady.
White nationalism.
You're attacking a black lady.
For white nationalism.
What? What fucking world are we in?
We're in clown world.
What? What?
Yeah.
Just
Honk.
Honk, honk. Yeah, fucking idiot.
my district in Los Angeles just last month, 2 swastikas were painted at Pan Pacific Park along with the Trail of Blood. I met with Jewish constituents in my district who mentioned that at their synagogues, they've all had to increase security. As
Which
you
is
know,
all
there
terrible,
is
but
a
you're an
nonprofit
idiot.
security grant program at the Department of Homeland Security. Do you believe it'd be worthwhile to increase funding to that program?
The ADL has, for establishment reasons, First Amendment reasons, been very cautious and wary of government funding to religious institutions. That being said, we well understand the fear and the safety. So I think that is something that has to be done very carefully.
Hold
in
on,
terms
pause
of
this.
entanglement.
They're just talking about stuff being drawn on the sidewalk in front of a building.
Yeah. Well, they
What's-
were talking about the security that synagogues have had to up their security because of that terrorist attack that happened, right?
Oh, right, because churches haven't been attacked or anything like that.
Yeah, but you're.
I know.
No, I get
But
it. But at the same time, it's like, are you kidding me? You're attacking this black woman in saying that she's a white supremacist.
Yeah.
And not looking at anything about her or, the fact that she works for PragerU or any of that crap. But I digress.
PragerU, right. Let's go. Let's play this again.
Yeah.
And I know in the place in Westchester County where I live, the state and local governments provide a great deal of protection to the synagogue to which I belong. So I do understand, and I would like to work more with Congress, but I want to caution about where we entangle. This is a very difficult thing to do because when we're scared like this, of course we want money.
So that is a great point you make, and I want to note that this program would apply to mosques as well as synagogues, so it is not specific to the religion. But it is true, the First Amendment does affect all of these issues, including for example, private sector companies to say whatever it is that they want. Now, I'd like to also talk about a second program, and this was one that I asked Ms. Clark about, and it has to do.
I think we could probably go through this, guys, for him rambling.
A very specific.
Yeah,
This is a very communities that to the parishes where right after the sharp.
Let's see. Let's go to Candace.
No, I'm trying to get to it.
This
worked well.
They are the piece. Certainly, they're the one ever.
Okay, so any questions for Candace, Mr. Liu?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
After
and I
trying
would,
to defame
yield my
her.
time to Mr.
Oh no!
Thank you, Ms. Owens. I'm sorry. We just started a recording. Would you like time to respond to that?
Yes, I think it's pretty apparent that Mr. Liu believes that black people are stupid and will not pursue the full clip in its entirety. He purposely presented an extracted clip.
The witness will suspend for a moment. It is not proper to refer disparagingly or to a member of the committee. The witness will not do that again. Witness may continue.
If you watch these press conferences,
Sure, even though
if you watch these press conferences, that leader of this, he's always freaking wrong. He doesn't listen to people. He just like comes up with crazy shit like all the time. Just loves to smash that gavel.
I was called.
I'd like to smash that gavel.
Witness may not refer to a member of the committee as stupid.
I didn't refer to him as stupid. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You didn't listen to what I said. May I continue? As I said, he is assuming that black people will not go pursue the full 2-hour clip. And he purposefully he cut off, and you didn't hear the question that was asked of me. He's trying to present as if I was launching a defense of Hitler in Germany, when in fact, the question that was asked of me was pertaining to whether or not I believe that Hitler was
What, right there, while he's doing his little Dr. Evil stance?
Yeah, he's doing that Dr. Evil. Look at that face. Look at her face. She's calling him out on his bullshit.
That's oh my God, she remembers what exactly she was talking about.
That's the face that's the face that you make when you realize you're lower on the victim stack.
Oh my God, she's
black woman.
She's gonna call me out for exactly what.
I forgot she's not white. Let's go.
or not I believed in nationalism and that nationalism was bad. And what I responded to was that I do not believe that we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people. A nationalist would not kill their own people. That is exactly what I was referring to in the clip, and he purposely wanted to give you a cut-up similar to what they do to Donald Trump to create a different narrative. That was unbelievably dishonest, and he did not allow me to respond to it, which is worrisome and should tell you a lot about where people are today in terms of trying to drum up narratives. By the way, I would like to also add that I work for Prager University, which is run by an Orthodox Jew. Not a single Democrat showed up to the embassy opening in Jerusalem. I sat on a plane for 18 hours to make sure that I was there. I'm deeply offended by the insinuation of revealing that clip without the question that was asked of me.
Hey, can we call a cobbler?
She mad.
Can someone call a cobbler to get that boot out of his ass? Or is a doctor? Do we need a doctor or a cobbler? What do you think?
Oh my God! Yeah, well, you need a little column A, a little column B. Oh my God! Yeah, that guy needs some magic. That's for sure to get his career back after Candace Owens destroyed it.
Look at that. That's the face you make after you've just ended a congressman's career.
Yeah. Oh my God! Is she mad? And rightfully so. Like he's trying to defame her. That's slander what he was doing.
I agree.
Totally slanderous. No.
Hey, we got a super berry from Slowpoke for $2. Get him, Candace. I agree.
I agree too. Spanked him. Oh my God.
Trevor says, I love her now. I want to build her a house and bear her kinder. Wouldn't she be bearing your kinder?
Yeah.
Would I just assume your gender? I'm sorry. Let's bring Timberwolf in since he was waiting. Are you ready, Timberwolf? You're ready now, buddy.
Ready.
You are unmuted on the server. You can talk with your push talk.
As soon as he gets talking.
Amazing.
As soon as he gets talking, I'll be right back.
We got Mike and Nightwolf. I can't read it.
Oh, okay. We actually got a couple of super Streamlabs donations. Let me just get to those really quick right now. And we had one from Slipbook Garcia. He says, "I'm pretty sure you're probably already demonetized with that TTS Streamlabs message I made earlier in the stream. Probably." Micah Nightwolf also donated $2. He says, "I want to say thanks to you guys for running the charity stream on Saturday, and thanks to everyone who donated. All ALS can kiss my fuzzy butt," he says. Yes, you're welcome that we put that on, and thank you everybody that donated. I mean, we just put it on. You guys actually made it happen, so really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. We also, I'd like to send a shout out to Dollar Shave Club. Maybe you can become a sponsor so that we can shave your fuzzy ass, because that's not normal, dude.
Yeah. And, Go ahead, and only if they have like beard products. I'll get into that, but
I think they do.
Stay away from this with a razor.
Yep. So what do you got? What do you got for us there, Timber?
Pregnant mom faces jail time after letting her 3-year-old son pee in a parking lot.
Wow, that's kind of excessive.
Pregnant mom is facing 60 days in jail after she was issued a citation for letting her 3-year-old son urinate in a parking lot of a Georgia gas station. This woman is trying to teach her toddler how to use the restroom, and she was driving down the road and had stated he had stated that I need to pee. I was like, well, hold on. He's like, no, I've got to pee. I've got to really pee. When they finally get to the gas station, she pulls over into it, and the kid climbs out, pulls his pants down, and starts peeing in the parking lot because he really had to pee. And he was even peeing before his pants were even all the way down. So obviously he had to go, she stated. She could not carry her son into the restroom as she was also pregnant.
That's terrible. I mean, sometimes nature calls. You got to go. You know, especially if you're how old was he? 3?
Tell me about it. What'd I miss?
I think we just lost Timberwolf.
I was trying to scroll down a little bit. They said toddler potty training 3-year-old son. There they go. I found it. 3-year-old son.
3-year-old son. If the kid has to go and you pull over and he pulls down his pants, what's she supposed to do?
Well, she's also she was 7-8 months pregnant.
What's she supposed to do? You know, I mean, if the kid pulls down his pants and goes,
that just happens. What, she got arrested for it?
3 months in jail.
What?
A deputy approached her and asked her to take her son to the bathroom as he's currently peeing. She says, "What if I had run to the bathroom and someone had been in there? What was I going to let him do? Just pee on the gas station's floor?"
Oh, so she was being mouthy.
So the deputy issued her a disorderly conduct citation, and since she said the citation reads, "Subject allowed her 2-year-old male child to urinate in a parking lot. Observed the male's genitals and the urination. Public restrooms are offered at this location."
Okay, that's garbage.
That's hot garbage, man.
Yeah. Okay, look, dude. I'm all about supporting police.
Yeah.
And I'm all against people offering lip to the police officers, right?
Yeah.
But okay, as a police officer, you have to remember there are people in this world. They have situations. It's a world out there. And this woman is pregnant. This woman is dealing with a toddler while she's pregnant. And this toddler he dropped trowel in the parking lot as soon as she pulled over and started peeing. Yeah. You're expecting this pregnant woman to pick up a urinating boy and carry him to the bathroom. What, just leaving a line of a pee in the ground? She didn't say, "Go ahead and pee, son." Yeah. He just did it. He went ahead. No, this cop was a douche nozzle.
Yeah, that's a dick move, man. And he was probably just butthurt because he got talked back to. You know what I mean? Have a little restraint, man. Honestly, Have a little restraint. I mean, we're only hearing what the reporter reported on it, but
yeah, and I'm sure that she got pretty upset, pretty irate. You know, I'm not gonna. Let's bring out the freaking pregnancy hormone cards. I know they get pretty crazy when they're pregnant. You know, what do you think there, Timberwolf? What's your opinion?
Mine was good. Mine was good. My wife was fine.
Timberwolf. All right, Timberwolf.
Timberwolf, what's your hot take at the end of this?
I think Timberwolf is silent. I don't hear him.
I've had 2 kids. This is crap.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Thank you for your conclusion, sir. We're gonna move you out if you don't mind.
All right.
And cheers. So on to our next story.
Yeah.
Obama is good. Orange Man is bad. I'm sure we all familiar with this narrative, and we're familiar with the "good for me but not for thee" phrase. Lord knows it's been uttered in record numbers since the outrage mob has been attempting to take over the mainstream media, mostly in reference to those that love to preach one thing and practice another. I'm kind of actually hesitant to bring this story up, and I'm afraid that you're not going to believe me. Sam Vinograd, a former top advisor in the Obama administration, says President Trump's policy of separating children from adults when they illegally cross the U.S.-Mexico border is much worse than Barack Obama's policy of separating children from adults when they illegally cross the U.S.-Mexico border. Yes, she really said that. Vinograd, she held very... What do you think, Clyde? I mean, sounds legit, right?
I don't think we should... You know, like... You pay very little attention to a vinaigrette. You just like go right into the main course.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
and that's Trump, and that's our boys. You know what I mean? This is stupid. This is retarded. Like, are you kidding me? You're gonna play like team politics, and forget what actually happened. Like all those fucking images that people are showing of kids in cages actually happened under Obama's watch. Yeah, they're blowing it out of proportion. It's not actually as bad as they're showing. No. But they're blowing it out of proportion and attributing it to Trump. And in the Trump era, he's actually doing a lot to alleviate these problems, keep families together instead of separating families. And yeah, detaining them, but kicking them back to Mexico. Like you can't cross the border illegally, straight up.
Right. Vinaigrette had various other positions for the Obama administration. She worked on the National Security Counselor as the director for Iraq, as the director for international economics, as well as the senior advisor to the National Security Advisor. Now she's a national security analyst at CNN. Big shock there, right?
Yeah, we did a crappy job back in this. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. Who cares what actually history shows? We didn't, and it's really bad now.
Yeah, so based on these comments, I actually think that she believes the people that are watching CNN are complete idiots, because she's basically saying when Obama did it, it was good, and when Trump did it, it was bad. Because doing the.
But seriously, if you are still watching CNN, I don't know.
You're kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. But anyway, she said this shortly after Trump told reporters on Tuesday that he doesn't have a plan to bring back the policy of separating children from adults at the border. And she said this while she appeared on the Situation Room with Mr. Wolf Blitzer.
It's a situation in there.
They got a situation in there.
Yeah. You know what the situation is? Wolf is like this big. I'm not a tall guy, but he totally is. It's like this big. I'm not a tall guy, but he's like, he makes Joe Rogan look massive.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know he was such a munchkin.
Oh yeah, dude. He looks like a fucking. He looks like an elder. A hobbit from the Lord of the Rings.
Well, but anyway, she said on the show, when President Obama separated children from their families, Wolf, or from adults, Wolf. I guess she likes saying his name, Wolf.
Yeah, right.
It is kind of fun to say Wolf, but she said, or from adults, Wolf. It was for their protection, and if there was a risk of trafficking or other kind of harm that might have been incurred.
Wolf.
She wasn't satisfied with just defending it that way. She journeyed into an entirely new level of equivocation.
Stupid.
But even if he did do that, why is Donald Trump saying that two wrongs make a right? Again, Obama wasn't wrong. So he's saying that because something happened under President Obama, he's repeating it and upping the ante. That's an incredibly poor excuse, Wolf. He systemized that inhumane treatment that, again, Obama was doing to protect the children.
Are you? No, oh my
That's
God.
what she's saying. But the thing is, she's leaving out is that Trump ended that practice. Trump ended the separation.
Yeah, he put an end to it.
Right, and so let's unpack this, shall we? Obama wasn't wrong, but Trump's saying two wrongs make a right. That's what she's saying.
Well, she's basically just, she's talking about the timeline before Trump ended it.
Right, exactly.
So he walks into a really shitty policy. You're like, hey, guy who's been here 2 days, you're horrible and evil because you're still practicing this implementation of a policy. He's like, hey, I gotta sign this thing and get rid of it. Yeah, but you're so evil because you haven't done it yet. And then when he does it, you're like, you're evil still? I don't know why.
You're still, because Obama did it. It was for the children.
What? It wasn't for the children. It was for the sake of letting the kids into the country with other families. And
no, he did it to protect the women and children, Wolf. Go on. You keep in mind this woman has a master's degree from Georgetown University.
Don't go to Georgetown, kids.
Yeah, it just goes to show you that the dollar doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Wolf actually got in, not to be outdone. Wolf got in on the game and said the policy no longer exists now, but that was a new strategy and a new policy has been implemented to deter illegal immigration. They say that like it's a bad thing, but they're still berating him for ending a policy of separating parents from children.
They'll never be happy. Never.
No, that's exactly right. And, oh, good Lord.
Like,
you know what?
You do the right thing when you're handed a shit deal, and they criticize you for having done the wrong thing when you walked in. Right. She goes, but let's be clear on the facts here, Wolf. Is that the Obama administration did not have a wholesale policy of zero tolerance at the border, which is what led to family separations in the first place. So Obama's attorney general, unlike Jeff Sessions, they're talking about Jeff Sessions in the past, didn't have a policy of prosecuting 100% of families. So she's bragging there about the law not applying equally to everybody.
Yeah, impartially.
That's not a good thing.
Right.
It's not a good thing. Lady Justice should be blind.
Right. It should apply equally to everyone. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not justice. No. It's so retarded. Oh, God. I'm sick of this story.
Me too. No, but I want to bring this up. Like, okay, so, like Wolf Blitzer is obviously not what, like mommy, daddy, like, hey, what do we name him? He looks like a wolf. A good thing our family name is Blitzer. No, he came up with that as a stage name. But who comes up with that as a stage name, dude? God.
Somebody with a little man's complex.
Yeah.
What's the most masculine name I can think of? Wolf.
Okay, so I want to come across as like really like wolf-like. And, like a wolf that's on a blitz.
Yeah.
It's just not coming to me. It's just, why don't you just call yourself Wolf Blitzer, idiot? Yeah, that's it. But the only trouble is only CNN will hire me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or Dire Wolf Media. Shout out to Dire Wolf, our boy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I'm still picking on him. He's not even here, and I'm still picking on him.
He's not even here to defend himself.
I know, right? Oh my goodness! But let's move on to our next caller. Who's our next caller? We have rightful king of shamans.
Yeah, the old shamalama ding dong. Come on.
Hey, all right, we got him down here. Hey, Shamalama, what you got to say for yourself?
I was ready this time. But there was one story that I wanted to share because it was related to Army stuff. But Dyer's not here, so I'll maybe another time.
There's nobody to piss off this time, man. What do you got?
Oh, it's not to piss anyone off per se. Depending on how you feel, it might though.
All right.
Anyway, it's from theadvocate.com. 27 reasons you should date an HIV positive man right now.
Oh. Do tell. Do tell.
Tell me why I should have the HIV.
Despite what the headline says, it's actually not about spreading AIDS. So I'll start with the first with the preamble. And this week, we marked National Gay Men's HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, a day of observance started in 2008 by the National Association of People with AIDS.
You know, awareness and stay the fuck away can both be, together as one thing.
Yeah, it's
throwing
a day.
That out there.
Yeah, those aren't mutually exclusive. It's a day to recognize how this massive, enormous, incalculable epidemic has affected men who have sex with men, and how it's become ingrained into our identity, how it's an integral part of our sex lives. Now, there's several things wrong with that statement.
No, it's being ground into our culture, and whether we like it or not. And most people just don't give a fuck about what other people do in the bedroom. Just whatever. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather our culture not be defined by sexually transmitted disease if it's all the same to you.
Yeah, that would be
good call.
Really nice.
Anyway, that day, the Centers for Disease Control made history by officially declaring once and for all that undetectable equals untransmittable, that there's no risk of sexually transmitting HIV when on treatment and undetectable. So that's what sparked this article. Apparently, if the treatment is sufficient enough, you won't transmit it if it's not detectable.
100%.
Allegedly.
Not gonna bank on that.
Obviously, I'm not gonna test it for myself.
Yeah, who's gonna bank on that?
I'm not gonna bet on it.
Anyway, the rest of that paragraph is unimportant. Let's get to the reasons. I haven't actually gone.
Let's get to the meat, as they say.
I haven't actually read through this entire thing, so this will be a bit of a journey.
Okay.
Okay. The first two are actually just the same one repeated. It says undetectable equals untransmittable. So I guess you can be happy about that, but I still wouldn't take joy in the fact that I have an incurable STD.
Why not? That's a rhetorical question.
I'm going to assume that was rhetorical.
Yeah, it was.
Let's see. Okay, number 3. It's not fake science. It's not bullshit, as one guy told me on the first date 2 years ago. There wasn't the second date. Okay, you can't really blame people for being skeptical about this, because it's fucking AIDS.
It's
you
AIDS.
Can't really afford to take you can't afford to take chances with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's? I haven't heard anything that convinces me.
Not yet.
Convince me, shaman.
Let's see. Okay, number 4. You have nothing to fear. This is false. No, that was my comment.
This is false.
This is false.
You have AIDS to fear. You definitely have AIDS to fear.
Yeah. This is false was my comment. I'm not reading the detail. Okay, number 5.
False is false. Yeah.
Number 5. So what's the issue? Why are we not hearing it? Why are guys still sero-sorting? That's what they call it when you discriminate your romantic partners based on their HIV status.
What?
I didn't know there was a term. I didn't know there was a term for it before I read this article.
I'm kind of taken aback right now. It's like you're a bigot if you show any sort of, I don't know, interest in self-preservation.
Yeah.
Bigot.
You need to go get some dick in you, some AIDS dick. But
HIV dick.
So Jordan of Shadow Lighting keeps saying in the chat, you can't spread AIDS, like as if it's like hard butter, but like it's the HIV. You get the HIV, and then you contract AIDS from the HIV. So I don't think they're saying like, people have AIDS and you can't get AIDS, like, or maybe they are. Maybe that's what they're saying, but they're ignoring the HIV.
No, they're just saying that there's a treatment that supposedly makes it untransmittable, but as long as you keep up with the treatment, anyway.
Yeah, but like
anyway, this. Yeah, you go ahead.
The degree of trust you'd have to have in that person.
Totally.
And you wouldn't get that from a first date. You wouldn't get that from a second date. You wouldn't get that from a year of dating from me. You'd have to trust somebody with your life, basically.
Just the point number 5 is just that there's apparently some right-wing fear-mongering and social media misinformation. It's the same leftist nonsense we always hear. What were you going to say, Vincent? I think I cut you off there.
No, that's good. I wasn't just... Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
And number 6 is learn the U equals U campaign. Untransmittable equals undetectable equals untransmittable. That's all that is. Just spread awareness. Number 7. Why should you date an HIV positive guy? Because we can teach you all this stuff, and as an added bonus, you get to fuck us.
Ew.
What?
What?
Ew. I'm sorry, but ew.
That's gross.
And you can tell this is written by a leftist because of the first sentence of this the bullet point here. Look, it's not our job to teach you the realities of modern medicine, and a smart, self-respecting gay man should do the work on his own to educate himself on what his options are if he gets HIV, and what options are available to prevent it. So you know where this is coming from. But yeah, and like no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Number 8.
I'm not gay, but if I were gay, no.
Number 8. We're literally everywhere, because being a culture defined by STDs is such.
Yeah, not good.
Number 9. We're not out to hurt anyone. Okay, I'll take your word for that.
I'm sorry, I'm dying from the comments. Oh, they're HIV-splaining.
They are HIV-splaining. I don't, man.
Oh my god, that's great.
Let's go. Number 10. Pause guys on medication are some of the safest sex partners you can have. Okay. Assuming they take the medication,
Yeah. How about having a life not on medication all the time?
Yeah, there's that. I think we prefer that.
There's that too.
Look, I'm not coming down on the HIV community, if that's a community. I'm not coming down with anybody that's positive for HIV.
I'll tell you what I'm not coming down with.
Yeah, but I can tell you what I'm not going to get.
The HIV.
I'm not going to get the HIV. And I understand that there's women with HIV, men with HIV, whatever. But I'm not going to sleep with someone with HIV.
Right?
I don't care if they have medication. That's fine. If I'm a bigot for not wanting to sleep with someone with I don't want to sleep. Okay, that's fine. Let's not sleep with people with hepatitis C.
Yeah.
Let's not sleep with someone with the herpes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep with someone who has a condition that I have a chance of contracting, no matter how small, no matter if it's being treated. I'm not going to sleep with you. And if that makes me a bigot, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right about now. Number 11. We're usually more sexually adventurous thanks to a virus that we got through sex. I should think that was a little self-evident there.
No, that's ass backwards. Haha, pun.
Well,
but
that was a terrible pun.
No, I wasn't trying for it, but I just realized what I said. That's ass backwards, because You're not sexually explorative because you got the HIV. It's the other way around. You got the HIV because you were sexually explorative.
Okay, if you're pause, you've been given one major opportunity to rethink your sex the day you learn you have HIV. HIV forces you to do this, and in the process, we often find kinks we never knew we had, fantasies we never knew we wanted fulfilled.
Shut up!
Whatever.
Oh
It
my
also
God.
forces you to deal with like extreme common cold and other things that your immune system used to be able to take care of. I get it. Your immune system can't handle fucking articles like this, but that's where intellect comes in.
How many more of these things do I have to endure?
All right, I'm gonna just skip the details and just go to the bullet point.
Yeah. Sum it up.
Yeah, do it up.
Yeah, number 12. HIV teaches you the necessity of solid communication. Oh Jesus.
Well, I mean, any incurable disease does. That's that's communicable. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, number 13. Pause guys can do anything you can do. I mean, not really, but HIV kind of cuts
medication. Go on.
It kind of cuts your immune system in half.
Except I can stop taking meds. Oh fuck, that's hilarious.
Or number 14. We're as good at sex as everyone else is good at sex. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Number 15. Pause guys are not automatic risk takers. I can understand that. Number 16.
Well, Wait a second. Didn't they take a risk and lose that gamble?
Yeah, they took a risk.
They
they're at the nickel slots right now. They lost their shirt. They lost their shirt at roulette. Now they're at the nickel slots. So.
Number 16. But if we do take risks following our seroconversion, we're aware of them. I think you should have used that awareness before you got infected, but all right.
Yeah, that's like locking the barn after the horses get out, but that's cool.
Number 17. Pre-ep exists, I think is how you pronounce it. It's some sort of, it says pre-exposure prophylaxis. Pre-exposure prophylaxis is another development for treatment, I think.
Yeah, like clever scientists that are coming up with ways so you don't get it and you're still getting it.
Okay, number 18. While HIV positive people are among the most vulnerable in our community, we're not quote unquote trouble.
No. The negative ones are the vulnerable ones in your community because you're all taken over. You're like the Borg.
Resistance to shoot all.
Yeah, Number 19. HIV doesn't look like anything. HIV looks like me. Some days I think I look pretty cute. Okay, I haven't actually finished this article, but these are getting more and more nonsensical.
Yeah, it's retarded. Yeah, I think this is the
yeah. Okay. All right. This guy's obviously running out of things on his list. God, man.
Jesus Christ.
Shaman, what are you doing to me?
I think you understand how Dire Wolf feels now every week.
I suppose.
I do. I'm not going to kick you out though, but I am going to say we're going to close up this list.
Yeah, done.
It's getting more and more depressing, honestly. But I do appreciate the story, buddy.
All right. I want to see how the story ends. I want to see the last.
Skip right to the end.
Let's get to the punchline there, buddy.
Okay, number 27. There aren't any benefits to dating an HIV positive guy, and that's the point. Thank you for wasting everyone's time. God damn it.
Wow. Wow. So the whole thing was satire.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, fair enough. At least give him that at the end of the article he's like. Yeah.
Did he really finish with that?
Yeah, that was the last point. There aren't any benefits to dating an HIV positive guy, and that's the point. That's number 27.
Wow. We've been had.
Yeah,
we've been had.
I feel ripped off.
I do too. I feel that the world is actually a better place knowing that wasn't real.
Thank God.
Right?
Jesus Christ. All right. I'm just gonna go.
All right. Later, buddy. Thanks for joining in. Oh, man. That was torturous.
That was bad. That's pretty bad.
It was.
But you know what? I think I know something that'll cheer us up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Old news always cheers people up.
Not old news. Not old news. We're going to go to number 7. Let's just skip ahead. I mean, who says we have to follow the order of the stories?
I don't know. The guy who's like showing the imagery, but whatever. We'll do it.
Hey, I know you can adapt and overcome there, big buddy.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's watch AOC doing a Conan impression.
Yes, sir. I can make that happen.
I can't see the screen anymore.
I'm coming at you from my apartment in DC that has still not been furnished.
Don't talk with your mouth full, bitch.
So I got sworn in January 3rd. Today is April something.
Oh my God, you don't even know the date?
And I still don't own a chair.
Pause it. Okay.
She doesn't own a chair.
I don't believe her.
Oh,
I don't believe her.
Okay. You're throwing that out there that
I don't believe her.
She's not being truthful.
She is being disingenuous. She has a full-time congressional staff. You could have an intern go over there and, I don't know, throw a beanbag in there or something.
I get what you're getting at. So like she's playing it off like she's so busy and she's keeping her staff so skeleton crew because she wants to save everybody money that she's hard up.
Yeah, she's just a poor college kid. She's having to go and she has to bring home the IKEA and put it together. She's trying to be relatable. This is so shoving the popcorn in her mouth and chomping with her mouth open while making Conan noises is all to yeah, right? Go ahead and play it.
Amazing.
Oh, what we got?
Timberwolf donated $2, says, go fucking buy one.
She did. She bought a table and a chair. And she's going to put it together.
I need to subscribe to her feed so if she goes on there, I can just troll the comments with turn the camera around.
Hey, I'm going to...
Let's see the rest of your apartment. Turn the camera around.
Give me a second. I'm going to close my Skype down and bring it back up because I can't see right now.
Cannot see.
Yeah.
Well, I can end the share and then bring it back up.
Yeah, do that for me. Let me see if that works out. We got some technicalities going on here, folks.
Technicalities. Let's get those technicalities working again.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, it's perfect. That's good. Let's play this donkey-looking woman's video.
Oh my God. I really want to troll her stream and just say, turn the camera around so we can see the rest of your college dorm.
Right.
And it's all fucking pristine, beautiful.
It's like not even her place.
She just found a corner and she's sitting in it like, I'm so impoverished.
She paid some college student to go and get into her apartment. I'll pay you $100. Let me go in there and put your furniture together.
Somebody's saying the YouTube algorithms got you. Oh, okay.
Did they really? Are we shut off?
I don't believe so. No, I think he's referring to our Skype troubles. No, that is just Skype.
Oh yeah, it's just Skype. Sometimes it happens.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Back into this.
Till today, when I got a folding chair delivered to my apartment, it just says wine and popcorn are almost all I eat when Daniel is gone. We have something in common.
You mean when Daniel's not getting his salary?
Yeah, when Daniel's not getting his thousands of dollars of paycheck.
It's 100 G a year congressional salary for being your boyfriend.
Yeah, maybe if Daniel, maybe he's not such a good boyfriend if he's not buying you a chair.
With that, especially when you're both making, I don't
know,
real bank.
Let's go. She's not even paying. Yeah, she's not even paying him with her salary. She's paying it with the campaign contributions.
Oh my God,
that's true.
I've been living.
You mean that dark money?
A completely depraved lifestyle.
Depraved, not deprived.
On a mattress.
She's a degenerate.
On the floor, but it's like the mattress. And then under the mattress is like the plastic wrap that the mattress came in. I'm just spilling.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! It's
Oh my god!
Totally.
Like a barbarian.
This woman tries to write policy for the U.S. government, folks, and this is how she describes buying a mattress.
Yeah, and I want you to know that the bills that she writes probably has popcorn grease all over them. The way she's shoveling mouthfuls of popcorn in while and just chewing.
Good Lord, just making cud.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question earlier today, just like how do you stay grounded and focused on issues when there's so much nonsense and craziness and personal insults and bullying and concern trolling?
She's talking about craziness?
I don't know what she's talking about.
She's talking about other people being crazy, as if other people are being crazy.
Concern trolling and craziness and telling me what bad ideas I have.
Concern trolling? That's your mom saying, "Hey, sweetheart, would you try not to make the Cortez name so retarded?
And could you chew with your mouth closed?"
Yeah. Oh my God.
Let's see.
And this isn't realistic, and
it's not realistic, and let me get some more popcorn to fill up my hole.
Mao Zedong would tell you it's not realistic, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
blah, blah, blah going on.
Blah,
I try
blah,
to
blah.
look at this present moment through the eyes of my grandchildren.
You mean those grandchildren that you're never going to have because you don't really think it's okay for people to have kids?
Yeah, because kids are bad.
Right? Or are you going to have kids, but you're just telling everybody not to have kids?
Well, obviously we've seen her evil plan.
Oh.
She's going to have kids anyway, which kind of scares me. Maybe with Daniel. Maybe not with Daniel.
Yikes.
Let's go.
I try to look at this present moment through the eyes of people 70 years from now, looking back at today.
Yeah, except it doesn't happen.
Yeah, because we're all dead in 12 years anyway.
Yeah, 70 years from now. So you're looking at the eyes of a lifeless planet,
or that turtle army, that Florida man that finally conquered the world 70 years later.
And saying, what did she do, or what did this person do, or what was going on? And that helps me put things into perspective a lot, and it helps me take the pressure off of the present moment. All right.
No, the dark, dirty money helps take the pressure off the moment.
The pressure off all those FEC violations that I got going on.
You know the dark, dirty money. Yeah,
you like saying dark money.
It's not about get out of here, buddy.
Oh, that's not what I was saying. I'm just saying you like the phrase.
No, I like the phrase because she's the one who said it. You know what? Screw it. I'm pulling it up right now.
I believe you. I wasn't doubting you, buddy.
They won't let you watch it now.
Not in Canada.
Defeated by the fact that I'm not running a VPN right now. Dang it.
It's already super legal, as we've seen, for me to be a pretty bad guy.
They figured it out. They're like, hey, people actually want to watch this. We legally have to let them. But yeah, here's her.
So it's even easier for the President of the United States to be one, I would assume.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Let's play a lightning round game. I'm going to be the
because this isn't Congress.
Which I'm sure half the room would agree with anyway. And I want to get away with as much bad things as possible, ideally to enrich myself and advance my interest, even if that
pay your
means
boyfriend.
putting my interests ahead of the American people.
Well, there
I
you
have
go.
enlisted all of you as my co-conspirators. So you're going to help me legally get away with all of this. So, Mrs. Hobart Flynn, I want to run. If I want to run a campaign that is entirely funded by corporate political action committees, is there anything that legally
I love the
prevents me
music
from
in the
doing
background.
No.
Okay, so there's nothing stopping me from being entirely funded by corporate PACs, say from the fossil fuel industry, the healthcare industry, big pharma. I'm entirely 100% lobbyist PAC funded. Okay, so let's say I'm a really, really bad guy. And let's say I have some skeletons in my closet that I need to cover up.
Let's say you do.
So that I can get elected. Mr. Smith, is it true that you wrote this article, this opinion piece for the Washington Post entitled, "These payments to women were unseemly, that doesn't mean they were illegal"?
Well, I can't see the piece, but I wrote a piece under that headline in the Post, so I assume that's right.
Okay, great. So, green light for
Okay,
hush
great,
money.
green
I can
light.
do all sorts
Anyway, she goes on and on about dark money and how it's influencing elections, and she's so guilty of it.
It's so funny. She didn't even get through her first campaign before she started paying people that she knows. Here's some money.
She was doing filtering scams where she could basically use more money than is legally allowed for a candidate, but filter it through and then use a corporation to run at a loss for all the services, which again is illegal when it comes to campaign finance law, to run below market value for certain services. And they were running at a loss on these services. And putting on the books like $100,000, but yet it was like over $1 million. Like she's just a maverick, some girl from the Bronx, but somehow she's getting donations for like over millions and millions of dollars for the Bronx, like running for the Bronx.
Amazing,
right?
It is amazing.
Oh, insane. Nah. Anyway, should we get back to this?
Let's do it.
I am putting these things together.
Oh, look at her go. She's so competent.
Ooh.
Go on like this.
Wait, nice editing. I wonder what she did in the meantime.
Probably a shitload of nothing.
Look, now watch. I want to show you. I want you to see
proof. No proof until I see her using that stupid IKEA Allen key with 2 different sizes on it. We all know the one. We've all dealt with it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, watch her. Watch her.
Did she just crack her head on that thing?
She might have.
Boom!
Oh, watch her.
Boom, done! I had somebody else do it, and then I stuck the lid on it.
Pause it. She looks so accomplished. She looked like she'd never done anything more amazing in her life. Boom! I did it.
Boom.
I did it. It's like landing on the moon. The Apollo astronauts got nothing on me.
There's nothing wrong with IKEA, Josephat.
What?
No, he's saying what's wrong with IKEA. I buy IKEA stuff, but
there's nothing wrong with IKEA.
Just their instructions are. Oh my god.
But I mean, they're not. It's not the best product out there, but nothing wrong with it.
Perfect for your first apartment.
Right, but she's making a lot more money. She could have hired people to come in there and put her furniture together for her while she was at work one day. She could have come home to a fully furnished apartment and not slept on that mattress with plastic under it that I don't believe exists.
I make a fraction of what she makes, and I buy handcrafted furniture.
Hey, we have Dire Wolf Blitzer out in the audience. Hey,
Dire Wolf Blitzer.
All right, nice to see you, buddy.
Shall we?
Let's look at the parody. Let's clear this up. She's done nothing else.
Yeah, she's done nothing else. This is not interesting. So here we go.
Now this is a great parody.
Okay, y'all. Listen to me. I might be under investigation for,
right?
Fraud and stuff, FEC stuff. But that's not even the point. Like, at least I don't do what Border Patrol do, Like, for real, they're out there and they're actually, like, checking how brown kids are. And if they're brown enough, swear to God, they will check, and if they're brown enough, they inject them with needles.
Amazing.
At the border. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. Why? Because of this furniture. I'm not racist like that. It's horrific, and it's a tragedy. It's like tragic and horrific together. Straight up, it's terrific. We got to do something, you guys. We got to do something.
It's terrific.
That is terrific.
Oh my God. I'm subscribing to that woman. She is hilarious.
Pretty funny. I like that. It's a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. It's horrific. But yeah, that just sums up AOC in a nutshell.
Kind of does. It kind of does.
She's a valley girl from a rich neighborhood, pretending to be some like Jenny from the block.
It's really pathetic, to tell you the truth.
It sure is.
Really is pathetic. But I'm done with her. Let's move on to something a little more icky.
A little more icky.
Yeah, let's look at creepy Uncle Joe.
Ooh, that is right. I'm gonna let you handle this article.
Yeah. No problem. Joe Biden even makes his wife feel icky. Even his wife was creeped out by his compulsive handedness when they first started dating. Jill Biden admits in her forthcoming autobiography. Yep, more icky. He was always holding my hand and putting his arms around me or brushing the hair from my face, she writes in her memoir. The continual cuddling made her feel strange and uncomfortable, Jill Biden writes, but eventually it was a habit among the then senator's whole family. I realized that physical affection played an important role in his entire family, she writes, which kind of actually would be a matter for concern to me. But, whatever. She explained that Biden and his two sons never wanted to miss a chance to hold a hand or wrap their arms around each other or give a kiss. Again, kind of like cause for concern. As you guys probably know, Biden has come under fire for repeated instances of unsolicited stroking, kissing, cuddling, and hair sniffing that multiple women have said made them feel uncomfortable in recent years. It's all been captured on photos and video, so it's not alleged. He acts creepy. I'm not saying he's a sexual predator, but damn, the man needs to learn to hold back a little bit around strangers. Biden on Friday refused to apologize for his cringeworthy behavior, chalking the reaction up to a change in social customs. Because social customs change like, 3 or 4 years. It's not like we're talking about behavior in the 40s. This guy was doing it like continuously when he was vice president.
Like yesterday.
So he says, I'm not sorry at all for my intentions, he told reporters in Washington. I'm not sorry for anything that I've ever done. I've never been disrespectful or intentionally to a man or a woman. But that guy's creepy, yo.
Yeah,
even his wife saw it. And she's admitted in her memoir.
That's hilarious, man. I married the guy, but I can't get close to him. It's just fucking weird.
He's just him and his sons are always trying to wrap arms around each other and kiss.
No, it's inappropriate. How does a guy get through life and never be told that that shit you do? Nah, man. Nah.
Now, I'll be fair. That she met them after the death of his first wife, 3 years after, I believe. And a lot of that touchy-feely she attributed to them, like, coming together, So let's be fair a little bit. But at the same time, guys, you don't do that to strangers. You don't do that. You don't do that to young children.
And he's the guy he was talking about taking Trump out back and behind the bleachers, right?
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Make out?
No, but seriously, like, this guy has gone through life doing this, and no dad's ever just like laid him out.
Well, you'd think so. I saw one picture of him with a biker chick on his lap or something like
and
that.
And the guy's staring.
Mad dogging him.
Yeah. I know the image you're talking about.
Lucky there's Secret Service around, buddy.
Oh, my God.
It's so crazy. But yeah, and Direwolf says in chat, married for power and money, shows what she values. Yeah, she values power and money. And she'll marry that gropey, grabber pants.
Creepy.
Yeah, and Triumvirate brings up a good point. I can see family members doing it to each other. You know, you kiss your nieces and nephews on the head, but you don't do it to strangers.
No. I don't even do that to family members. No.
Well, yeah. I mean, every family's different.
Yeah.
But these people are family. You don't sit there and freaking feel up young girls in front of the cameras.
Just touch them in places you shouldn't be touching people. Just like straight up.
Yeah.
No, not right. Not right. Gross. But yeah, I don't understand how he's made it this far without at least getting socked in the eye by some dad. You know what I mean?
You'd think so, but apparently,
if Joe Biden was in the presence of me and my family, I'd be going to jail for assaulting the former vice president of the United States.
There would be, if I were, I mean, I'm surprised that if he, I'll say this, if he wasn't a politician and he was caught on camera doing those things, he would be under investigation.
Yeah.
They'd be keeping an eye on him.
If he was a Republican, nah, his career would be over.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think we should probably save the last story for next Saturday.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can bring this to a close, guys.
Yeah. I think we've had a good stream. Thank you guys all for turning out. And yeah, we are going to be carrying over basically all the we've got the different raffles, and that'll be carried over till Saturday.
Yep. And yeah, we have a couple of good stories that we can save for Saturday. Mm-hmm. And I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for the call-ins, guys, and we'll talk to you then.
Boobs.
Boobies.